want you to do is take a minute and introduce yourself to everybody else, and just in case you don't know who you are, okay? Anybody here does, but make sure you introduce yourself, so if there's any questions, who you are. And then after you get done with that, then you need to pick a team leader, all right? So every group is going to pick a team leader. So introduce yourself to each other and then pick a team leader. Go. Go ahead and do that. Huh? That's fine. That'll work. All right. We all know who you are. Okay, every team. All right. Team one. Team one. Who's your team leader? Who's your team leader? Who's your team leader? You are? Yes. Okay. Remember, he volunteered you. You're the team leader. You're allowed to get payback, okay? All right. All right. All right. Team leader. Team two, who's your team leader? All right. Pick a team leader.
I go.
Okay. You point a finger first, so you're the team leader. Okay. Team three, who's the team leader? They volunteered you. You will get even with them, okay? All right. Team four, very good. That's the I'm wearing a tie rule. Okay, I'm good with that. All right. Team five, who's the team leader? That's the I'm wearing a coat rule. Okay, I'm good with that. All right. And team six, who's the team leader? Okay, that's because you're wearing a striped shirt rule. Okay, I'm good with that. All right. Okay, team leaders. We have a presentation we're going to be doing Friday. Now, I would recommend you have like maybe 2 or 3 presenters, maybe not your whole team, but maybe 2 or 3 presenters, okay? Where are my team leaders? Raise your hands. All right, you get to pick the presenters. Okay, now let me just say this. Your presentation's probably going to about 6 or 7 minutes by the time it's all done. Have a couple minutes for asking questions. That's probably it. Hopefully the whole thing will take no more than an hour with all the different teams. All right. Now, what you have is you have a topic. You know what your main topic is. I gave everybody a little something to work with. Not a lot, but a little something. I also gave you some links to some open source things to help, kind of, get more familiar with the topic and the threat and stuff like that. You're going to be role playing. You're going to actually think like a bad guy, whatever your topic, whether it's drug trafficking or terrorism or whatever it is, and you're going to be coming up with some evil plan that you're going to figure out, okay? And then you're going to tear it apart and figure out, how do I see me? All right, from an intelligence perspective. Now that I did this great thing, I'm going to look and say, okay, so how would I catch myself? All right, it's an intelligence tool that we use. Okay, that's what you're doing. Now, take a minute, look at your sheet, talk about this amongst yourselves, and to be more effective, you might want to disseminate the workload a little and say, hey, why don't you focus on this part of it? And then you look at this part of it, and you look at this part of it over the next couple of days, all right? That way you're not all reading the same stuff, okay? You're going to have 3 things that you can rest. You have, hey, easy. Just because you're wearing a tie doesn't mean you get done, okay? All right? Okay, you got 3 things to rest this on. Number 1, you have the paper I gave you, the handout sheet, which has a certain things. It gives you the topic and it gives you a few things to look at. Number 2, you have the World Wide Web. And I expect that you're going to look far beyond what I have in there. And you may pull some resources that you have, it just so happens I do have a big report on, narcotics trafficking, and I may just take a look at that tonight and refresh myself on a few things or something like that. That's fine too. Number 3, you have the collective wisdom of your group. That's one of the reasons we kind of put different groups together. You'll be surprised what your group knows. You may get into this and you go, it's kind of interesting. About 4 years ago, we worked a case.